Aloha everyone, it's Danielle with Saltwater Artisan Soaps. It's kind of crazy, first time I'm saying that on a video. Love Gold Karma has gone through a little bit of a rebranding, or I should say integration. And still love Gold Karma, but our working name is now going to be Saltwater Artisan Soaps, which is nice and sassy and snappy. So thank you everybody for joining me today on this first video under our new name and this first collab, at least for me, for this year. We're going to be doing a spring quartet of colors. Let me move this out of the way and show you the colors. All right, we have some emerald green mica powder from Crafter's Choice, some Granny Smith green from Crafter's Choice. This is some Fairy Tale pink, and I got this from Arizona Soap Supply. And this is some ballet slippers from Mad Micas. So I'm going to be using these 4 colors, and I'm going to be doing a one pot wonder. And because I just, have no sense, this is going to be my first one pot wonder. So I'm going to be winging it, and you'll be winging it right along with me. So in this pot, I have some coconut oil, and I've been doing heat transfer. I've tried it about 3 or 4 times now, where you just put your lye and lye waters into your hard like oils and butters, and I dig it. It's just kind of a time saver. So I'm gonna do that, get that mixed up. I'm gonna do that right now. And then after that, I'll be adding, there we go, all the way in. I'll be adding in all of my soft oils and getting started. So that was my coconut oil. In here, I have some olive oil and some macadamia nut oil. Pour that right in there. Get all those goodies in there, or out of there, and get this blended. Get it in there. They don't want to go in. All right, that should be perfect. I don't want to blend it up too much. Let me pull it back here. I'm going to be doing 4 colors, and then I think I'm going to have a couple on the side. I'm either going to add white to some of the 4. I don't know. Here we go again. So I have an idea, and then I changed my mind. So I'm either going to add white to some of the 4, or just split it off, or just add it as I go. I don't know. I love surprising myself. So for now, I'm just going to split it into 4. I'm just kind of eyeballing it for now. Try not to drive myself too crazy with it. It's my first time doing it. If it doesn't come out, I will just try it again. All right, let's get started with the color. Before I do that too, I wanted to mention the scent I have. I'm really excited to try this. This is grapefruit and mint. I thought that would just be an amazing spring fragrance. Oh, and it just smells super yummy. So it's a straight up miracle, but I decided I'm just going to leave these alone, do the 4 colors I had planned, and just kind of go from there. If I get more crazy later, I can always go for it. But since this is my first little batch, I'm just making a tiny batch to try it out. I figure, let me just keep it kind of simple. So here goes my ballet slippers. Whoop, there it goes in there. All right, and then I have my Fairy Tale. I love that pink. I would say that's probably my favorite pink. Pink's my favorite color, so it's, I'm biased. I'm completely biased. All pinks are amazing. There goes the Granny Smith. And here goes the emerald green. I'm gonna stir these first by hand. I just don't want anything to thicken too much, so I'm just gonna kind of stir them by hand first. Try to get it a little bit incorporated. The same thing with the scent. I want to really get this blended first before I do the scent, because I'm nervous. I've never worked with this scent before. I have no idea if it's, fantastic and fluid, or if it's gonna seize up on me. I do read the notes before I use a scent, and like the reviews and stuff. And it's life, so plenty times it says one thing and it decides to do another. Anyway, anybody have plans out there for spring? I know that's kind of a loaded question these days, but as things seem to be moving in the right direction finally, I was wondering if anybody had any spring plans, or even better, let's leave spring to the side for a second. How about summer? Is everybody getting excited for summer? I am. We have kid coming home from school, and later in the late summer or possibly early fall, I get to see my parents. So I'm super, super excited about that. What about you guys? Anything going on for summertime? Love to hear about it if you want to put that in the comments below. All right, I'm gonna stir these and then I'm going to stick blend a little bit and see what happens. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I am so excited. Okay, now I'm going to be mixing in, just leave that over there. Boy, I am making all kind of fun mess today. I've been working all day, so you can see. Oh, wow, hello. Excuse me. You can see, I just have my lovely messy table going. All right, now that I have the colors the way I want, I'm gonna pop the lids back on over here. We don't need to court disaster by having mica lids flying around all willy-nilly. And I'm gonna be pouring it into another container. So part of this pour is you're pouring it down the container and you're pouring it in reverse. That makes absolutely no sense when I say it out loud. But I have this little container that I have my fragrance oil in, and I'm gonna be pouring it into that container. I hope that makes sense. And it'll be pouring in reverse order. So in other words, this pink is going to be my top. So I'm gonna pour this in first, then this pink, then this green, then this green, and this sucker will actually be on the bottom if it works, which I have no idea if it will because this is my first go with it. Okie doke. So here goes the fragrance oil. So I'm gonna pour these down in the reverse order from what they're gonna show on the soap. So this pink is going to end up on the top. Again, no clue how this is gonna come out. This first one I'm not as stressed about, like just kind of pouring that sucker down. I'm gonna go definitely slower with the second one because I feel like, I don't know, it's still runny, which is great. I wanna be able to work with it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit nervous that the colors are gonna get muddled rather than just lovely layers. And oh, there's plenty pink left in that baby. And so I'm a little nervous about that one. I'm not sure what, you know, the exact sort of sweet spot is to have them not just kind of blend into each other, but I don't want to make them too, firm, if that's a word. I think I'm gonna blend this a little bit. Okay, hang tight, back in 2. Yeah, what you want to do is make sure that your setup is as crazy as possible, so that, you know, makes your life as hard as possible. Oh, I'm so weird. Okay, now here goes the pink. You know what, I just realized it's the coffee. I had like 7 billion cups of coffee today, as per usual, but maybe I didn't eat enough, or, you know, the stun gun my children have to use on me didn't work, or something occurred, because let me tell you, I'm hyper. Okay, now here goes the second pink, and I'm just gonna really carefully pour it down right here. Oh, this seems to be working. I'm gonna have to just keep pouring because I don't really wanna scrape and like plop it down over the top. It's going. I'm always a little bit nervous when I do this because it's like, okay, did I wait too long? Is it setting up too much? I'm looking at the pink underneath going, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna leave a little bit to mess with the top because I can't not. Okay, that's out of the way. Now this green, which will turn back. It always gets this pukey green, but it goes right back. That's just what it does while it's doing its soapy thing. All right, so far so good. This is going on top. I'm trying to not pour too fast so it doesn't like break through and go to the bottom, to the other pink. But, you know, again, this is not gonna be like the end of the world if this doesn't come out just perfect. I'm just gonna hold my little mold as I pour. It's sort of supposed to be at like this little angle. It's just so much easier for me to pour it and get it kind of whipping. You're supposed to be moving your hand or moving your pot, you know, of soap as you pour before it sort of comes out. It'll make sense when I pour it, but you're supposed to be moving it back and forth, and I can't do it any other way than just keep a grip on it. Luckily, it is just a little tiny batch, so it should be no problem. Here goes my very last green, which so funny now next to the other green, it just looks like, yeah, but it'll be fine once it sits for a day. All right, and just gonna, again, leave a little bit, come on, baby. Just gonna leave a little bit of that for the top. Just move a couple of these out of the way. Make a little room, and let's do the pour. This looks really cool. Here, I'm gonna put it right there, and right there, and right there, because I apparently don't know how cameras work or where mine focuses, so surprise. Okay, so hopefully you can see that, whatever weird angle I've got it. So I've just got this little mold, and just gonna try a little batch. I'm gonna tip it. I'm gonna grab a little soap to pop under. I have used these forever just to help me keep things at an angle, just from an old batch I used wrapped up and ready to go. And I am gonna still hold it, but let me see if I can do it that way. Hopefully you guys can see it. Gonna get that sucker in there. Okay, that should be good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start now. It's a little hard to start it kind of moving. I'm trying to go down the side and sort of move it before it's even going. That didn't make any sense, but you're trying to move it before it's going. So it's already sort of flowing. I'm gonna do the majority of it. And then at some point, I guarantee I'm gonna have to put it down. It's just gonna get too full. This is pretty dang cool. I'm just keeping it simple. Got my 4 colors, letting it do what they do. Let me see if I can get some of that other pink out before I have to kind of lay it down. I'm laughing at myself because with the short arms, I'm like, okay, Can I get all the way to the end here? All right. Almost. Okay, this is gonna have to, oop, I biffed it right there. Let's see, let me slowly put this down. I love the little boo-boo in the middle there. I don't know if it matters. And let's see, I'll just, of course I will. I'll smooth it before I do the last little bit. Okay, so then this last little bit is just the pink. And I could not hold it anymore to tip it. So I'm gonna try to just get it right here, run it down the edges, and hopefully that'll be okay. If not, I was gonna have a soapy disaster. Let's see, hopefully this is in frame. It's gonna be interesting, people. It's gonna be really interesting. Okay, a little bit more. Almost done. I keep not going to the end. I'm just cracking myself up with that. Okay, that's it. Oh, excuse me. Look at that. Well, I almost got to the end. There's just a little bit. I don't know if I should mess with it. I think I'm gonna put that on the top. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, because of course I am, is mess with the top a little bit. Let me move all this over. Let me make as much noise as I can while I'm moving it over. Put that this way. Okay. So I'm just gonna fill out the top. I'm trying not to shake it too much, but I've got some leftovers that I'm gonna use here. Just gonna go this way. You know what, maybe I'm gonna scrape them out. And then, let's see if I can do it like this. I'm not gonna go too far down when I do my top design. You can see this is not even 100% full because I didn't scrape everything out, and then I have some leftovers in there. And I'm trying not to mess with it. I say as I splatter stuff like all over. I'm trying to not mess with it too much, and so it's not worth it for me to either keep tipping it or keep scraping it and mess up the potential design, which could be in here. Y'all, I could cut this, it could look like a blob. I don't even know. I just cracked myself up. I don't even know how this is gonna be, but let's see. We will see how this comes out. Okay, a little bit extra there. The most important thing is to make as much mess as humanly possible for you to clean up later. That's the main deal. All right, and these, these are gonna just be like for the fam to use. It's just like this little itty bitty batch for fun. I'm gonna let them cure out, and then it'll just be for the family. Usher in spring a little bit. Everybody will get a bar, and that'll be perfect. Get some more of this green out. Got a lot of green down here. Okay. All right, now this pink, I have a lot of this pink. So I think I'm gonna do it in reverse. I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of this pink down. Well, that'll just look exactly like it. So I'll do this pink here and the other pink over here. Switched in the middle. Gotta be paying attention when I'm getting this wild. Okay, I'm gonna put this hotter pink over the other pink just for a little contrast. Getting it all scraped out. Anyway, I wanted to say to everybody, even before I finished here, and I'll bring you back for close up, and I'll bring you back for the cutting and all that good stuff, but I doubt I'll be running my mouth then. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who's just kind of given me support and love over this last bit of time, and especially with the name change. And thank you to everybody who even messaged me about that, like, what in the world is going on? I actually really appreciated it. It was like, oh, They know who I am. This is so cool. So I did appreciate that, and just with you guys sticking with me, and hopefully that'll be going on for a long time to come. All right, the last of this pink, and I'm gonna decorate the top, but I just wanna tell everybody, have a wonderful day, and big mahalos for following me on this channel. And I hope everybody has a fantastic spring coming up and an even better summer. Aloha, everyone.